Hello, my name is Bubs, I'm an artist, and I like to hear myself talk, and today I want to hear myself talk about character design. I always talk about character design because I love it. I love character design more than really any other part of my artistic process, and I love it so much that I usually try to do those, character creation challenges just to have an excuse to do it more. So much so that I created a while ago one of those pause challenge things where it was just random and then you pause to get a certain thing and then you put it all together in one character and da 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 da. I actually used to use that as a bit of a warm up for a while after I first made it, but in more recent times, a lot of the art itself is a little old. I don't like it as much. I want new things to play around with, so I decided to make a new one, and I'm planning on probably putting it up tomorrow for all of you to use, but I thought that it might be fun and also give me a longer video to put up for this week if I actually showed you me making one of these characters. So not gonna be anything super talkative. It's gonna be a pretty chill video, but I hope that you'll like it anyway. Chill times are nice too, right? So I made another, random character generator thingy-mabobber. I plan on putting it up tomorrow. I've been really busy this week. But I'm gonna do it myself. We're gonna go through, and we're gonna get all the stuff. So, y'all. Okay, got a green person. Okay, I like this hair. Let's get the eye shape. Okay. This will be the eyebrows. Okay. Nose shape, because a lot of people were very startled that I didn't do that for you people. I mean, I wanted to leave a lot of things up. Okay, it's pretty standard. I wanted to leave a lot of things up for interpretation is the thing, but, These are the teeth. Teeth! Okay, get a little bit of a buck teeth. Let's get some ears. Okay, I'm liking this character so far. It's kind of a goblin-y feller. And there are a lot of clothing options. Give me an option to draw a bunch of, outfits, and I'm gonna do it. Okay. This is for the body type, and I decided to just use a bunch of words because I wanted people to kind of make their decisions on what all of this means for them exactly themselves, but also because I'm trying to discourage people from trying to use the art that I do as a base. I guess I didn't say that the last time, that I didn't want my stuff to be used as a base, and that was not what the intention was supposed to be for them. So not only am I gonna say, don't do that, but also, we're going to try and get around it where we can, Athletic, okay. Alright, this is just a bunch of extras. I consider this section to be, optional, because if you've got a character going and you like the character and then you get something that just really doesn't vibe with the rest of it, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it a go, and if I like it, I'll keep it, and if I don't, I can get rid of it. Okay, you know what? It's just some scars. I think that's kind of fun. I'll go ahead and I'll work with that. This one right here is gonna be the deciding factor for a lot of people, I think, and that's the color palette. A lot of people seemed pretty confused about what the color palette was for last time, and I really just meant it for, everything besides the stuff that already gave you, a specific color. That's what it was for. So, the eyes, the hair color, and then obviously the clothes. And the reason that I did it this way is because if you do all of that with the same color palette, there is a much lower chance of you getting colors that do not go together whatsoever. So you're not going to end up with, an eye color that is drastically, like, doesn't match with the rest of it. And in fact, I actually did do a version of this one. I even recorded a whole thing. I'm re-recording this now. But I literally did a version where I did do that, and I hated it because it ended up looking really non-cohesive in the end because the hair color and the eye color did not match with the rest of the color palette that was given. So, that's why I do it this way. Oh, okay, let's see. This one is cool to look at. It's cycling. This is the same palette that I got when I tested a lot. Does that mean, can I do another one? I already got the green. I just don't want to do the same thing because I already had green on the last one. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well, let's see how that goes. Alright, now that the rest of this is just kind of gonna be a speed paint, I guess I'll just kind of talk about what I've been up to behind the scenes and why this video is coming out instead of something that's maybe a little bit more substantial. So first of all, I have been working on, like, a lot of more long-term projects or projects that have had a lot more moving parts. You know, I do a lot of stuff, obviously, that are, like, quick challenges like this. I do video essay things that are kind of on one topic or are centered around one kind of theme. Those are a lot easier to do than stuff like what I have been working on. First of all, one thing that's been taking up a lot of my time is that I'm really trying to get serious about comics again, over the holidays, and then because of, quite a few other just life things that kind of got in the way, I really fell behind with where I want to be with, uploading my currently running one, and also starting a Freak Show, or at the very least, like, getting that to a point where I can start uploading chapters at a time. And once again, that is going to definitely be a project where I upload a bunch of stuff at a time and then don't upload anything for a long time, because that sort of an upload schedule for that specific thing is going to be the only way that it fits into my schedule without me having to wait, like, another however many years it takes before I feel like I, you know, can do all that stuff at the same time and everything. Like, it's a lot of maybes, and I don't want to wait. I'm bad about, like, just waiting for things, but this is something that I think is important to me to do now and work on now. So I'm going to. The other thing, though, that has been taking up a lot of my time, I have, in fact, been still working on the, like, 1,000, not 1,000, 100,000 subscriber milestone celebration thing. I actually think right now I have all of the sketches done, and I've done a good amount of, like, actually finishing pieces. It's just a matter of, like, I need to start actually, like, putting them into shorts and uploading them. I just haven't really had the motivation or the time to do that, because all of that stuff is going to be a lot of, like, tedious moving files around, which isn't the worst thing in the world, obviously, but not exactly what I would describe as a fun afternoon activity. So, you know, I've been pushing that off, and I'm sorry for that, especially considering that it's been such a long time since we hit that milestone, and, you know, it was meant to be a thank you to you guys. It's still happening. I haven't given up on it, and if I had given up on it, I would have said something. So, don't worry. For everybody that is, like, asking where that's been, it is on the way. I just have been a tad lazy with actually putting it out there. Sorry. The other major thing that I have going on, which I feel like I'm finally close enough to actually be, you know, ready to show it off, that I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. if you have been keeping up with my posts or just the general art that I've been sharing recently, you probably would have noticed that there are a couple characters that have been, you know, frequent appearances in several ways, whether it be as like a part of some kind of an animation, whether it be just drawings, whether it be jokes, and I've not been very coy about the fact that they are D&D characters, more specifically D&D characters of myself and my friends. What I have not been as open about is what my plans are for them in terms of their presence on my channel. I will have probably a more firm announcement video that explains what's going on, or maybe a trailer. I don't know what's going. We're not even at the point where we have any of the videos done, which is fine. But so I can't tell you what that proper announcement is going to look like. However, what I can tell you is that myself and my friends have all recorded this D&D campaign. And we are going to edit it down to, you know, the best, most polished kind of version of it. And we're going to be putting it up on this channel. I am, obviously, because this is my channel, I'm gonna do, like, a bunch of art for it. I've also been doing music for it. I just still am on the fence if I'm gonna just completely abandon all of the things that I had planned, but we're gonna see about that one. But for now, I think that what I do want to say is just two major things. I am really excited to show it to you because I've been working really, really hard on it, and my friend who's actually the DM and has been doing a lot of the raw edits, you know, the stuff that I hate, so shout out to him. But we've been working really, really hard to make this good so far, and we're going to continue to work really, really hard, so I'm very excited to finally get to show it off because it's been taking up so much of my time, and I want you all to know, you know, maybe why I keep complaining about being busy, and I hope that will show in the final product. But I also just want to go ahead and say right now, before anybody worries about this, if you're not a person who is a D&D person and you are probably thinking you're not really going to be interested in this, I would urge you to check it out whenever it finally ends up being ready, because I think that if you like me and you like the way that I talk and you think that all of that is fun, you will probably think that this is fun, even if you're not usually into this sort of content. However, the way that we're going to be doing it is we're going to get it all, like, ready ahead of time and then start uploading it on a weekly basis in addition to my normal stuff. So it's not, my channel is not going to suddenly take a hard right turn into a bunch of D&D stuff that you don't care about if you're a person that doesn't care about it, and then that's gonna be like the whole channel for however long. I'm very excited to give it to you all, though, because it's gonna be a good time, I think. Yeah, that's, oh, and I'm done with the character, look at that. Okay, I think that I'm happy with how this turned out. You know, I don't know if I'll ever do anything with this character, obviously, but it's stuff like this is nice, at least for me, because, you know, I think that it pushes you to kind of experiment with things that you aren't necessarily normally going to draw or experiment with. Obviously, this one is a little still biased towards me and the things that I create because I made it. I think that it's useful to try and just do little random things like this to see, you know, how you can fit all these things together and all of these concepts into something that turns out cohesive. And I like how she turned out. She's got some sass to her. And I like her teeth. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, so that's really all I got for right now. I'm gonna be honest. If you guys want to, try this out, I'm going to try to put up the actual, randomizer thing either later today or tomorrow. Depending upon how quickly I'm able to get all of this stuff done, because I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle bus right now, but drink your water, keep practicing the things that you are passionate about, and most importantly, remember that you matter. Bye-bye. She's cute. I like her.